Yeah. So any question from the previous class? Last class? No question? Great. So I created one for loop also yesterday. I told you guys to try it out, add all the values from 0 to 10. So did you guys try it? Are you able to do it, or do you want me to just write and explain?
No, we tried, Abhishek. I tried.
So is it working?
Yeah.
Okay, great. What about others?
Yes, Abhishek. Chandana here. I was also able to do it. It was working fine.
Okay, great.
I did, Abhishek. I also very fine.
Okay. So it looks like this is working for everyone. In case anyone is not able to, you can just ping me or let me know. Okay. Then today let us start with the concept of array in Java. So I'm creating one more class, array. Select public static void main. Okay. So what is array basically? Okay. If I want to declare some array, let me declare some array like this. Say I am declaring one string array, for example. So you have to write the data type of the array first. String, then give some variable name and write like this. That means you are declaring some array. Okay. And inside that actually you can write the string, like I am writing India, I am writing UK, okay, USA, Germany, like this. So whenever I write like this, what happens basically, I've declared 4 elements inside that array, right? So it will occupy 4 memory space in the memory. It will occupy 4 space in the memory, and it is going to enter one by one. Like in the first, it is going to enter India, then UK, then USA, then Germany at the end. Okay, so it will take 4 memory space, and each memory it is going to assign some value, each value, India, UK, USA, Germany. So this is array. So whenever you declare the array and you declare the element, I'll talk about the other way also, declaring the array, and you mention the element in the bracket and in the quote. So it is going to enter all the elements in different cells. Okay. So how many elements are there? Total 4 elements, right? So if you want, you can print the size of the array also. How to print the size of the array? Under system.out.println, if I put s dot, there is something called length. So it will give you the length of the array or the size of the array here. If I run it, so it's giving me 4. It means the size of the array is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4. So size of the array is giving me 4. Okay. But the index of the array always starts from 0. Okay. So note down this thing carefully. So people, do some mistake here. They thought, okay, size of the array is 4. So the index also will start from 1. No, index will start always from 0. Okay. So the first element will be in the 0th place, index 0. Second one is 1, 2, 3. Because the index always starts from 0. So if you want to print India, you have to print the element which is in 0th index. If you want to print the USA, you have to take the element which is in 2nd index, right? So how to take? Again, if I write system.out.println, say S2. S2 means 0, 1, 2. That is the 3rd element, USA. So if I save and run it, it's printing USA. Okay. So the length of the array is how many memory space you occupied. 4 memory space. But the index will start from 0. So don't mix up both the things. Okay. So this is an array. Now in this array, you can declare one more element also if you want in the same array. Okay. For example, I have declared something A. Or if you want, you can declare again duplicate element also, India. Okay. So it will occupy one more memory space. Like earlier array size was 4, right? If I run, now array size is 5. So you can enter duplicate element also. So India will be entered into the 4th index. Here again one more will, India will be there. Okay. Now if I declare one more element, 10, say I am getting an error message. Why? If you put your cursor here, it's saying type mismatch. Cannot convert integer to string. Means that we have declared here string array. In the string array, you can enter only the string. You cannot integer any other data type. You cannot enter any other data type. Like I have entered 10, which is nothing but an integer. So this is not allowed in array. So you have to use string only. But if you put a double quote, then you will not get any error, right? In everything, whatever you put in the double quote, that will become a string. So this will now act as a string. Okay. So if you want to enter integer, what you need to do? You declare one more array, integer array, like integer I equals to. Okay. Now you can enter like this: 5, 7, 1, 8, 9. Okay. Here, if I enter, any string, I'll get an error message. Integer array, you cannot enter any string. Okay. So this is the basic things in array. Again, 5 is in 0th index, 7 is in 1 index, 1 is in 2nd index, 3rd index, this is in the 4th index. Total 5 elements are there, each are in different index. Now, for example, I want you guys, okay, let's go here, previous example. I want you to print all the elements from this array. How can you print? You can use for loop, right? For what I can write? I equals to 0 because index starts from 0. Okay. I have already used, so I am using different thing. Say j. J equals to 0. But you have to declare j, right? So you can declare directly inside the for loop. J is an integer. J equals to 0. Then j less than what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, right? Then j plus plus. Now inside that for loop you can write. Now see, I mentioned here 6. Tomorrow if you enter one more element, you have to change it here 7, right? So you don't want to do it every time manually. So you want to handle it dynamically. So instead of 6, can I write s.length? Right? So if array length is also changing, you don't need to change your script. It will automatically take the length of the array and it will print all the elements. Right? So j equals to 0, j less than s.length, j plus plus. Now inside that for loop, what I can write? first I want to print S0, then I want to print S1, then S2, then S3, like this, right? So instead of that I can write Sj. So what it is going to do, when the for loop will run from the first time j value is 0, so it will print S0. Second time j value is 1, it is going to print S1, then S2, S3, S4, S5, right? This is what I told you, how to print the element of an array. It will run up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total 6 elements, so this value is 6. So it will run up to 5 because I am starting from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is going to print all the elements, right? If I run it, see. First it is array length, then India, UK, USA, Germany, India, 10. Whatever I wrote, everything it's printing. Right? Same way, you can do it here also. For integers x equals to 0, x less than I dot length, x plus plus. Sorry, I put O, 0. Okay. Now you can print all the element like this. Now this is one thing, and second what I am going to say, okay. I am putting x. So x will take 1 by 1 value and it's going to print. This printing 5, 7, 1, 8, 9, whatever I entered. Okay, so this is the way you can print all the elements from the array. Okay. Now for example, I want to add all these values 5, 7, 1, 8, 9. What will be the output? 5 plus 7, 12, 13, 13 plus 8, 21, total 30. I want to add all the elements. What to do? Same thing, whatever you did in the for loop. Let me declare one variable s equals to 0, initialize it. So I will say s equals to s plus ix. Oh, s already I declared. That is the reason. Sum. Okay. So this I am going to print out of this. Sum. So if I run it, it's printing 30. So did you get the logic? Whoever done yesterday's thing, like printing all the elements from 0 to 10 using for loop, they can easily figure it out. So see, first s value is 0. So s is sum is 0. Now ix what it will take? 5. So 5 plus 0 is 5. So it will be stored into the sum. Now sum value is 5. Now x value is 1. I1 is 7. So 5 plus 7, 12. Then x value is 2. I2 is 1. 12 plus 1, 13. So like this it's going. Okay, this is the way you can add all the elements from an array also. Now if you want to check, there is an option for debug to check how the values are going and how it is printing. So wherever you want to stop, you just double click on that line. So can you see on small dot? So this is the debugger. I put a debug point here. Okay. Now if you want to debug, in the top left corner in the Eclipse, top right corner in the Eclipse, you can see one option called debug. Can you see that option? First double click on that line. Okay, it will enter a breakpoint. Now click on the debug option. So you will be in this page, debugger mode. Now if here is one small bug icon, can you see? If you click on it, your script will execute and stop at that point where you put the breakpoint. So let me run and see. See, my script is in that debug point where it is working. Okay. Okay. So it is waiting for user input. If you see in the variable tab, you can see sum value is 0. Now if I want to proceed, next step, you press F6. As soon as you press F6, it will go to the next line. Okay, I am pressing F6. So see now X value is also 0. Right? That means Ix is 5 now. And sum is 0. 0 plus 5 will be 5. If I press again F6, now see sum value is 5. Now X value is 1. 1 means 7. So 5 plus 7, 12. Now sum value will be 7. Sorry, sum value will be 12. So this is the way it's going. X2, X3, X4, X5, 30. Okay. Now this condition will not satisfy, so it will come out of that loop. So it's come out and it's came here. System.out.println. Okay, so this is the way you can debug your script if you want. Again, you click on that Java option, it will go back to the normal mode. If you want to remove, double click on it. It's going to remove. Okay. So clear, guys? Any question on it till now? What is array? How we can enter the element?
Yeah, Abhishek, could you show me one more time where to start the debug? I can see the debug button on the corner, but how do I start to debug?
Okay. First, you have to enter the breakpoint if you enter the debug mode.
Okay.
So debug, we are going to the debug mode basically to debug our script, right?
Yes.
So some point we need to stop our script so that we can debug.
Yeah.
Right. So I am entering the breakpoint cell line number 19. Just double click on it.
Okay.
On the slide bar left side. So you can see one dot, right?
Yeah.
So this is the breakpoint. Now you click on the debug. You will be in this mode. Now from where you run the Eclipse, before that, can you see one icon, debug icon, bug icon?
Okay.
That is the debug. So if you click on it, your script is going to run and stop at that breakpoint.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Now if you run, it will continue. So if you, so sometimes, you know, if you are struggling with say, some programming concept you are not getting, maybe when you are practicing, so this is the best option. You can put a breakpoint, you can go to the debug mode and check what value each variable is taking. So you will get an idea about the programming logic and anything. Okay, this is the thing. So any question from anyone else? It looks like clear for everyone. Okay, so this is the one way you can declare the array. There is one more thing, like here we have entered all the elements at the beginning of the array, right? So you can enter the element later also. You can just occupy some memory space before that. Okay, so let me comment it out. Okay, so before you can enter the element later, but you can occupy some memory space. That means you can reserve some room for each and every element in an array. How to do it? String like s I am putting equals to, you have to write new string. like this. And here you have to enter the memory space, how much memory you want to occupy. For example, 4 memory. You see, new string s, new string 4. As soon as you do like this, what will happen? It is going to occupy 4 memory space. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is defined by s. Okay, so I occupied 4 memory space. Now this 4 memory space no one can use. Once you assign it to some array, that is occupied for that array. If you don't use that memory space also, if I don't do anything also with this array, you can't use this 4 memory location. That is already assigned to that particular array. Okay, so if you want to enter the element, how can you enter? You can write s0 equals to say some string. Okay, so again index starts from 0, right? As I told you, 0, 1, 2, 3. So you can enter the element. I have entered here A. I am entering here say B, C, D, something. Then you can enter one by one element. S0, S1 equals to say BBB. Sorry. S1. CCC. PDD. S2. S3. Okay. 0, 1, 2, 3. So total 4 memory. Remember, 4 means some people do the mistake. They thought that okay, I have entered 4 since index starts from 0, so it will occupy 5 memory. No, here it is the exact memory, how much memory you want to occupy. Okay, and this is the index will start from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have entered like this. Okay, now if you want, you can also take the print as dot length. If you run it, it is going to give you 4. If you want to print all the element of an array, same thing. Let me just copy paste. 0 js dot length. Now system dot out dot println sj. If I run it, you can see A, B, C, D, everything is printing. Okay. Now for example, I have entered S0 and S2. I have not entered S1 and S3. What is going to happen? If I run it, you can see in S1 and S3 place it's showing null. That means what? Means it occupies the memory space, but there is no element. You have not entered anything into the array, no data. So once you specify some memory to some array, it's going to occupy that memory and no one else can use it. That is the biggest disadvantage of array. Right? Once you occupy, it's occupied by this particular array. But no one can use it actually. So that's the reason you are getting null, though I have not entered anything into the first and third position. So it's saying in those two positions, still part of this array, but there is no element. So it's printing null. That's the disadvantage of array. It's a wastage of memory actually, basically. Okay. Now there are 4 arrays. 0, 1, 2, 3. What will happen if I enter one more? Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am trying to enter 5 elements. So A, B, C, D. There is no space for E. Right? So this is extra input. So what will happen? If you run the script, you will get an error message. Can you see? Array index out of bound exception. Means it's saying the index goes out of the boundary. It's not within the boundary. So this is inbuilt error message in Java. Array index out of bound exception. So you're going out of the boundary. It's saying that, so you have to recheck your script and okay, figured out that this is the thing where you did the mistake. Okay. So this is the one more way to declare the array. Here we are first occupying the memory space, then we are entering the value. In this array also, instead of DDD, if I declare 1, 2, 3, see, I will get an error message. Why? Because this is an integer and this array is a type of string. Okay. So you can declare other kind of array also. I can declare integer, say I equals to new integer. Say I can assign some memory space here. So I have assigned 2 memory. What will happen here? It will occupy 2 memory in the. This is referred by I and index is 0, 0, 1. Okay. Now you can enter same way I0, I1, but here you have to enter only integer. You cannot enter any string. So what I did here, you try to do the same thing. You occupy some memory space, 4, 5. You now I1, I2, I3, I4. You enter all the element. Then try to print all the element using for loop. Try to print the length of the array. Try to add all the element and let's. Okay. You try it out and let me know the integer array. Same way you can try for other data types also. Okay, like integer array. Now I'll just show you. Say for example I0, I can enter 12. If I enter 12 point something, you will get an error message because this is not integer, right? Yesterday is plus b, so this is double. So you can declare double. D equals to new double. Okay, now inside the D you can enter under any index double value. Same way for character data type, you can enter character C equals to new character. Okay, so you can enter C0 equals to what you can enter? You can enter only character because I have declared only character. If you declare word or string, it is not going to accept. You can declare only character here. So string array, integer array, double array, character array, boolean array. Boolean say b equals to new boolean. Here what you can enter? You can enter only true and false value. You cannot enter anything because this is a boolean data type. We have seen all these things, right? So I showed you for string array. So I want you guys to try it for integer, double, character, boolean, and let's see what is the operation you can perform and all. Okay. So this is array. Now whatever till now we are doing, we all are writing the array here, entering the values and entering like column wise. Sometimes you need to enter column as well as row. Instead of this one, I have to enter something like this. So this is called two-dimensional array. Okay. Now we'll talk about two-dimensional array. So this is clear. Then I can go to two-dimensional array. Any question from anyone? Other viewers? No question. Okay, great. Let me create one more class. Java array 1, for example. Now, for example, I want to declare some array, 2 rows, 3 columns. This type of array is called two-dimensional array. How to declare? Same way. Let me declare with string. You can try it with other data type. You can write string. Earlier what we wrote? We wrote like this, right? Which is nothing but one-dimensional array. So if you want to declare two-dimensional, you have to put like this, one more bracket. Same way, here also you have to write like this. This is two-dimensional. Always first one represents the number of row, second one represents the number of column. That cannot be vice versa. Always first row, then column. So I have told there are 2 rows, 3 columns. So this is the thing. There are 2 rows, 3 columns. This array I have declared with S. S. Okay. So same for other data type. Same for the one-dimensional array. The index starts from 0. So this is 0, 1. This will also be 0, 1, 2. Okay. Here 0, 1, 0, 1, 2. Okay. So row also starts from 0. Column also starts from 0. Now how to identify a particular cell? If you want to enter something into this cell, what will be the value? This cell value will be 0, 0. First 0 is row, second 0 is column. Always first row, then column. That's what I mentioned, right? First row, then column. Next value will be 0, 1. Next will be 0, 2. Here 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2. Okay? Clear? So now we can enter the element accordingly. S00 equals to, for example, A1 I am entering. Zero, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2. A1, B1, so C1. So it's going to enter here A1, B1, C1. I will be entering A2, B2, C2. Now for the second row, S, 1, 0 equal to A2. One, 1, 1, 2, right? So accordingly I have entered. So up to this clear? How we are entering the value? First one is always row, 0, 0, 0. This one is always row, and these are the column. Second one. Second set of data is in column here. Second bracket. So whatever is there in the under the first bracket, it is the number, row number it's identifying, the index of the row. Okay, that's it. Now, if I ask you to print the size of the array, how to print? S dot length. I'm running it. It's giving me 2, right? So what it is giving? It is giving us basically the number of rows, 2. I want number of columns also. So how can we get it? The number of columns. Any idea? Can anyone tell me? Okay. If I want to print number of columns, this gives number of rows. If I want to print number of columns, how to print it? You have to go to inside any row. You can write S0 or S1, whatever you want. Then dot length means I am trying to print the length of the row S0. Length of the row means it's nothing but the columns. If I run, it's giving me 3. You can enter any row, whatever is there. 3. So number of rows is 2, number of columns is 3. I can write here number of rows. Okay. Here I can write number of columns. So number of rows is 3, number of columns is number of rows is 2, number of columns are 3. Okay, 2 and 3. This is how you can print the number of rows and number of columns. Now, just note down this, whatever I will be writing this programming now. If you're stuck, just let me know, because I will be using this program. Okay. Now, I need to print all the elements of an array. How to print? What I can do? For loop. Int r equals to 0 or less than length, right? R plus plus. Sorry, int. So what I am doing? If I print the value of r, I am under first row now. So r less than length. Length is 2, right? So first time r value is 0, then I am in the first row. Second time r value is 1, I am in the second row. When r value is 2, 2 less than 2, this condition will not satisfy. So it will come out of that loop. So I am iterating through each and every row using this for loop. Now next, what I need to do? Guys, let me know if you are not getting this concept, because this concept we will be using in WebDriver also. Why? Can you see? This is kind of a table structure, right? You need to know how to write the value from the table in any website. So I'll be writing that time same programming logic. Okay, that time I will not explain. So just let me know if you are not getting. So I have created one row which will go through, iterate through each and every column. Now when r value is 0, that is when I am in the first row, r value is 0, what I need to do? I need to go through each and every column, right? Again, when r value is 2, 1, I am in the second row. I need to go through again each and every column, right? So I need to create one more for loop inside it. This for loop is for row. Now I have to create one more for loop inside it for the column, right? So for that, again write for integer, say c equals to 0, c less than what? How many number of times I want to execute? Number of columns, right? So I can write like this, s1 dot length now. C plus plus. Fine. Now I can print. S R comma C. Right, first R value will be 0, then it will enter into the second for loop. C value will be first 0, then 0 0. Next C value will be 1 0 1. C value will be 2 0 2. C value will be 3 3 less than 3 will not satisfy. It will come out of that loop. It will go to the outer for loop. Next time R value will be 1, then C value will be 0 1 0, then 1 1 1 2. When C value is 3, it will, this condition will not satisfy. It will go to the outer for loop. R value will be 3. Even R value will be also 2. Now 2 less than 2 will not satisfy. It will come out of that loop and it will stop the execution. Okay, did you guys get this logic? Very simple logic, but just let me know if you have any doubt. The same logic I will be using when we'll, I'll show you how you can read right from a web table. Clear? Okay. In case still you have some doubt or while going through the program, if you think you are not getting, what you can do, just put a breakpoint and go to the debug mode and check. So you will see what value R and C is taking. Based on that you can figure it out what's going wrong. Now if I run here, see, can you see it's printing everything? M1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2. All the elements, it's printing correctly. Okay. So now see A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, everything is printing in one line. Array in one line. So I want to print it properly so that people can figure it out. Okay, this is the row, this is the column. How to do it? Instead of println, let me use print. After printing the element, let me specify some space. So it will enter some space. If I run it, so it's printing A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2. Now what I need to do, from A2 I need to print into the next line, so that it will look good. People can, by seeing, people can easily figure it out. See, those are the small things, but you need to sometimes do it. You need to, what to say? You need to print the output properly. It's not like just you need to print the output. So that others can, by seeing, others can figure it out. Okay, this is the thing. So I need to, from A2, B2, C2, I need to print it to the next line. So what I can do, here I put print. So it will print first 3 elements, A1, B1, C1. So once one for loop will done, it will go to the outer for loop, right? So before I execute the next for loop, I can go to the next line. I can just print blank println. So what blank println will do, it will take you to the next line. Then it will execute the next for loop. Okay. If I run it, you can see A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2. Okay. So clear, guys? All these things, two-dimensional array. If I have any question, ask me now. Okay, fine then. Okay. So this is what all about array. Here one thing I want to tell. Here you must have noticed. Excuse me, there's some problem in my thought. So here one thing you must notice. If I declare the string array, I have to enter only string. If I declare the character array, I have to declare only character. Right? If I enter only, the integer array, I have to declare only integer. Right? Now imagine you are creating an array of an employee. So you need to enter employee's name, which is a string, employee salary, which is an integer, then say employee is a permanent employee or not, which is a boolean true false value. Then employee's grade ABCD, which is a character. If you want to enter all these things mixed up, that is, you want to do all the data type, then how you are going to handle it? String array you can't enter integer and all. You can enter, but you have to put it in double quote. So which is nothing but a string only. So it's very difficult. If you want to, again, you have to convert it into an integer and do all these things. Right? So how you are going to handle this? If you want to use multiple data types. To handle this, Java came up with a special kind of array that is called object array. Here you can enter all this kind of data type. Okay, let me comment it out. Something is called object array. So in the object array you can write object, give some variable name, set out two-dimensional array, new object. Okay, you can enter some value. Let me declare one dimensional only. You can enter two also. So here what I did, I declared one object array. The object array, I have allocated 5 memory locations. Index starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is identified by O. So here you can enter any kind of data type in this object array. Like I am entering O0 equal to the name of the employee, John. Okay, this is a string. I am entering O1 equal to his salary, for example. Okay. Now O2 equals his permanent employee or not. It's a permanent employee. O3 equals to his section or level. Maybe he is working in C section of something else. So here you can see I can enter all this kind of data type. Integer, string, character, okay, boolean, anything, whatever you want to enter. So this is the solution. Now same way, if you want, you can take the thing, what to say, length of the array, as well as after that you can, using for loop, you can print all the elements of the array and you can do all these things. Okay. So guys, clear? Or any doubts, just ask me. Hello. No question? Get. So guys, this is all about array. So I'll tell you a couple of things. If you want, you can just note it down and practice it. I have one document. I'll not share you, but I want you guys to write it. Next, I can share you if you guys want. first thing is here in a string array you can declare a different kind of string, okay, or you can repeat one or two string also, like India I repeated. So I want you to print, I mean, all the country name which has been repeated or present multiple times. Okay, for example, if I consider this array, the output will be India because India is present 2 times here. If I again print here also UK, so this array output will be India and UK. So whatever the string is present more than once, I want you to print those. Okay, so try to do it. Second is, here I showed how to perform the sum and all. So I want you to print the greatest number or the smallest number, whatever you want. It's the same thing. From this array, try to print the which number is the smallest one or which is the greatest one in this array. Okay, just try to print and let me know if you're stuck. And yeah, this should be fine. And very important thing is, okay, this is the very important thing. You try it out, this example. You try to figure out the logic, try to write it down, try to write it in your own, and see if you are able to print all these row columns value or not. Try to understand the logic. If you are not getting, just go through it again, put the debug breakpoint, go through it again, and let me know in the next class. Okay, good. So write out these two things. Okay. So regarding string, I'll tell you one more thing. How we can compare two string in an array, not in an array. How we can compare normally two string. For example, I am declaring one string. String say s1 equals to, I am writing, hi, how are you? I am declaring one more string, say s2, hi, how are you? Now I want to verify whether s1 and s2 is same or not, s1 equals to s2 or not. So how do I write it? I will write some if condition. Okay, in the if condition, what I can write? I can write s1 dot. So there are two options, equals and equals ignore case. So if you use equals, it will only just equal. It will not check the case sensitivity. Sorry, it will check the case sensitivity also. If you write equals ignore case, it will check only the, sentence. It will not check case sensitivity. Okay. So if you write it here, h is small also. If you use equals ignore case, it will show you that, okay, both are same. So it will not consider the case. So you have to write s1 equals s2 in bracket. Hence I am checking if s also equals s2 or not. Then I can just write pass. Else I can just write fail. Okay. Did I use it? So sorry, I wrote s1 only. s2. s1 equals x2. So if I run it, it's returning me pass here. Okay, S1 equals to S2. If I remove the question mark and run it, it's returning fail because it's not equal. I removed the question mark. Everything should be same. Then only you will get the pass result. Pass. You can enter anything here. Okay, so this is the way we can compare two string. Okay. So this is a couple of things about array. So we are done with array, and yeah, and this is a couple of things with string and all. So you remember in the first class I told you everything whatever we declare, integer, double, long, character, all these things are different color, but array is not, a string is not in different color. That means string is not a data type. I told you. Actually, it's working like as a data type, but string is a class in the Java. So if you want to know where this class is present, how to figure it out? Okay, where this string class is present here. So remember I told you whenever you create any Java project, you can see JRE system library. You can see all the jar files related to Java gets attached to it. So where are those jar files present? Those are present under C program files, Java, JRE, under lib folder. Whatever we do install JRE, right? So those jar files are coming from that folder. If I say this string is a class, that means this class should be present somewhere in those jar files, right? Those, what are those jar files? Those jar files are nothing but Java class, Java interface, and all these things. Java functions, right? Nothing else. So like we have created one class, Java basics, array1, array2, all these things. So this jar file also contains different class interface and all. Interface I will talk about it later. So it's just for your one feature I want to show you. In case you want to know where this string class is present. So as I told you, string is present under any of these jars. How to figure it out? In the package explorer, top left corner you can see one arrow mark, right? Two directional arrow. That is called link with editor. You just click on it. That link. Okay, I just clicked on it. Now, if you press the control key, don't release it. If I press the control key and move the cursor on string, can you see? My mouse icon changed into a hand icon. I have not released the control key. I am still pressing. So as soon as you move, see system, print, all these are different classes out in Java. Okay, class or the functions here, methods. So you move the cursor on the string and just click on it. As soon as I click on it, can you see the left hand side? It's highlighting string class here. So this is one feature through which you can figure it out where your class is present. See, as I told, string is not a data type, it's a class. So you can see here. Okay. Now see, there are a lot of classes. See how strong this language is. A lot of classes. If you go up, see, this is present under java.language package. This java.language package, see, there are so many packages. This java.language package is present under, see, how many packages are there? This is present under rt.jar file. Okay, so rt.jar file. So under one jar file you can see a lot of packages. Under each package there are a lot of classes and all. So there are, how many jar files are there? Resource.jar, and there are 10-15 jar files are there. So a lot of functions, lot of things are there in Java. Since it's open source, everyone can updating, they are using. Okay, people have created different functions. So this is just one feature I want to tell you how you can figure it out under which package it is and all. Okay, So this is called array. So okay, I'm not starting today that method because I cannot finish it if I start today. So tomorrow we will continue with the method. Okay. So tomorrow what time we can set? Tomorrow my evening time, that is your morning, right? Hello guys, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah. So tomorrow, say if we sit in the evening, say my time is, for example, 9:30 p.m. So your time is 7 a.m., right? No, 8 a.m., right?
8 a.m.
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock. Hello?
Hello? Are you there?
Then it's going to be 8 o'clock for us.
8